Ladies and gentlemen, hello. It's time for Riftkin combat. We are in Laotse's well hideout. The wall has opened up. Laotse and his child pal have started limping/running down the sewer. Pooling around the corner are 3 Night Soil men so far. They are just curving around that corner. As we roll initiative in the pre-show, Buck and Carol each have a revolver quick draw shot if you'd like to take it. Okay.
14.
On fire.
1914.
Yeah. 4.
4?
2.
2? Before we're even in combat, Carol descends down the well, goes, how do you want to arrive in here?
Yeah, I'm jumping in and doing like a roll. I'm like,
The talented, scholarly professor that combat rolls into a well after like a 30-foot descent,
that's right.
flings himself in and just goes,
That's right.
stop, villain! And then blam, you shoot a zombie.
That's right. And then I do like a little back check, like,
Yeah, you're like,
Smart.
like
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible.
yeah,
You're like,
little stretch.
oh no.
And then I'm gonna shoot again. I'm 19.
Oh wow.
Dude, you were on fire.
Deadeye Carol here. I heard you were bounty hunting. Blam! Blam! My scholar sense was tingling.
I love it.
He belongs in a museum. So that hits. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
One.
Okay.
Much more reasonable.
Yes. So the first zombie to round the corner gets 2 shots to the shoulder, and then Carol, you just go, and the other one's like a winging shot to the side as you're kind of like, okay, still gotta crack my back. Second shot's not quite as good, but still a very strong opener from Carol. Asiago.
Could I use Asiago to heal my friend Buck?
Yes. Yeah, feel free to expend your D10.
For Buck. 2.
So, Buck, this little bird guy, this little Dodito, Asiago, waddles up to you, just goes, and your wound kind of like begins to it's like putting a little salve on there. The giant goose egg from getting kicked in the forehead starts to turn a little bit yellow, heals a little bit.
Aw.
You feel a little better. It's just the comforting gaze of Asiago as one eye is looking at you, the other one's kind of scanning for worms. Faraday and Bud, you guys are up next. You've got one zombie that looks, frankly, pretty rough, and then 2 other zombies that also look rough just because they're zombies, but they're...
And they're about 30 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay, so Faraday will run in
Yeah, you will.
and slash number 1.
Okay. Slash this man.
Yeah, melee attack. with the
Slash
sword.
it. Yes. Get him.
It is 14. Only 1, but do I add might to it?
You add might to it.
So that'd be 2.
Be 2
damage.
Okay. That will put this zombie to a total of 9. And I'm going to ask Faraday a very fun question. How do you want to dismantle this zombie? How do you want to do this?
What I'm going to do then, since I'm taking him out, I'm going to have Despair active, and I'm going to basically fly straight through him and slice his head off with the sword.
Nice. Let's go.
You get the like trace lines flying through. And the zombie's head tumbles down, and you see there's a little purple gas cloud behind those eyes that just kind of, as this Night Soil man is no longer being pupited. What are we doing, Bud?
So Bud is still around Faraday's neck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually have Bud use Spectral Shroud, so I go
Yes.
invisible.
That's sick.
Nice.
You decapitate
Nice.
one of these zombies, and in the spray of ichor, you just kind of disappear in this little sewer mist. The zombie nearest you sees you kind of all shimmery and faded. He's got difficulty on attacks against you, so it's highly unlikely, but he's going to try to hit you anyway. That is a 13 minus 1 to swipe out at Faraday. What is your armor class?
It's 12.
So it hits exactly. You take one walloping point of damage as this Night Soil man flails out, fighting its conditioning, its programming, striking a living being. Buck and Sticks, Witch and Fizz be thinking, and then all of Joel's team in a row.
I'm going to spend my last mastery die and use my hunting adept on number 2.
Okay.
I will then also holster the revolver, pull out my rifle, and I'm going to try to angle myself to see if I can get a puncturing shot, if at all possible.
I will give you puncturing on both of the zombies.
How's a
Shoot
natural
around.
20 sound, baby?
Sounds pretty good.
Let's go.
This is a strong opening turn of combat.
11 points of piercing damage.
Woo!
Double to 22.
Yeah. Yeah, these two zombies pop like popcorn kernels. You just like a double headshot clean through. So the first 3 are taken care of. That's very good news.
As we kind of get to that corner, Styx is just going to take his post. And how far away is Laotse?
It'd be a trick shot, but
I just
You'd
want
probably
to.
do
I want to
it.
post-parting him right in the calf. It's only 10.
10 is
Yeah.
no good. Styx runs up and goes, and lobs this stick out and just kind of goes clink, 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 clink. And it scatters on the cobblestone sewers.
That was
It was a good try,
hard
though,
shot,
Styx.
anyways.
Witch and Fizz.
If I can see Laotse and the child,
If you were to run, you could see them.
yes.
They're like
I
30
will-
feet up and around a corner. But
I'm going to do that. I'm going to run.
you're going to run?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to earth snare Laotse.
Yeah, you are. What
Okay.
has to happen for this one? For the people
you
at
have
home?
to do an agility test against an arcane test.
Well, he's been shot in the leg, so I'll give him
Okay.
difficulty on it. How does a 6 plus 3 minus 4 work for you for 5?
Damn.
15.
Oh, no. What happens to our close good friend Laotse?
So just these little mounds that start like rising up behind their heels,
Yes.
and then it just grabs their feet.
Yeah, it does. So, fun fact, for as long as T focuses, Laotse cannot move. As the cobbled sewers begin to encase Laotse's legs.
Does that mean like visually I have to see them?
You have to not do anything else.
Okay.
You are locked down, but so is Laotse.
Okay. I'm
so as
sharing
long as
that.
you are focused,
So,
if you are
yeah.
hurt or try to do anything else, or you have to move or run,
Okay.
it's over. But for as long as you focus and don't do anything else,
Okay.
you and Laotse are locked in place.
And-
T, you managed to lock down Laotse.
Okay. And then
What's Fizz doing?
Combo move. Question
Yes.
for the team up.
Yes.
She's opening up a cavitation with which to do a ranged attack. Can
Do you
Bean
wanna
jump through
And
it?
kick it?
Yeah.
And
Do you want to
yeah.
go through it, or do you want
Yeah,
to
no,
kick
I want to
through
go
it?
through it.
You want to go
You just
through
want your
it?
little
Yeah.
foot to kick? Oh, the whole thing.
Atta
Okay.
frickin' boy.
Get
in there.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
Because it's cool, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we've already broken the rules with Fizz like 3 times, and I don't care. It's fine. Yeah, I think
For
that's awesome.
science.
So Fizz,
yeah. If nothing.
so Fizz,
Go through the black hole.
Fizz
Tell
is
us.
going to open a rift cavitation by superheating his claw, snapping it together, and opening a portal, showing the nearest zombie. In that brief moment, Bean, go ahead and wind up your kick. Go ahead and roll for shrimp snap.
Okay.
Because regardless of what happens, how did you do? Because these are zombies. I need to preface.
Well, 8.
8.
8
8.
in perfect
Yeah.
synchronicity.
And that's why you get to go through the black hole.
Can you imagine if I was like perfect synchronicity? That misses horribly. No, you're good.
Okay, so they're burned.
If you crit or roll max damage on one of the damage dice,
Yes.
you
It's
get,
only one
You got your 4.
4.
That's awesome. So yeah, you'll burn
So-
this one.
6 and then burned on the one.
How much damage from you?
6.
That's more than 9. So
It's gone.
yeah.
Does
so
it leave behind energy because it's a psi?
Well, I'm about to get to it. So first, what I want to know is, as that portal opens up, Fizz, you lock eyes with Bean. And
Yeah.
you guys wordlessly communicate. Let's do some dope stuff. I'm gonna open a portal, and Bean is like, I played that game once, and leaps through the portal. As from behind, Fizz, you pop, and the zombie ignites. As Bean, you leap through, and that metal leg of yours just kicks this thing. Slow motion, the jaw like dislocates, flies into the sewer, and it collapses. Yes, leaving behind a little purple globule of undead energy.
We're going to absorb that.
Yeah. And Bean becomes decayed. I'm just kidding.
And
He starts rotting.
And he's done.
But no, you may absorb some undead energy, because that's super sick, and
Heck yeah.
I respect it and love it.
And now he resists undead. So it's
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
strong.
So that was just bean for
Yes,
you. So
yes.
Adelaide, you'll be up next.
Adelaide is going to go up, make progress in terms of walking, and absorb the rest that is available within batteries.
Okay, so you want one more
Yes.
undead charge in the battery.
Yes.
You got it, buddy. Love it.
And then Callum is just going to walk up next to the witch
Yes.
and keep tabs on her because of what happened in the mausoleum last time.
Ah,
He's not going to poke her or anything because she said that she's busy and can't do stuff, but he will be right next to her just in case.
okay. Redtail.
Redtail is going to run up amidst all the other Riftkin pals, kind of seeing most of them for the first time, and is going to let out a mewling cry.
Yeah, he is.
So everyone will roll an additional die of damage on their next attack.
So that's Redtail. He runs out and then very heroically goes, meow. And everybody goes, oh, we better go help that cat. He sounds unwell. There are 4 total zombies remaining that are running in. There's also a Laotse, but we'll get to Laotse last because Laotse is currently restrained.
Yes.
Laotse, who knows what they're going to do?
Uh,
That's certainly not me. Zombie number 1 will run forth and will try to slap Redtail because you're right there. That is 11 plus 2 is 13.
That hits.
13 strikes you. 1 plus 2 would be 3 points of walloping damage. The second one is going to try to avenge his dead friend by hitting Bean. That's a natural 1 to hit Bean, so nothing
misses.
doing there. The remaining 2, one of them is going to make the dangerous journey over towards Faraday, and the other one is going to make a swing at Redtail. So I'm going to say Faraday, Redtail. Wow. That is a 16 and a 17 respectively.
Wow. Okay.
So we'll do one at a time. So Faraday incoming damage for you is B3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 damage. And then for Redtail, that is 4 plus 2 is 6. Laotse is going to do some necromancer nonsense and is going to kind of try to spin, but their leg is locked in place and still kind of oozing pretty nastily. Side effect of the thing that they did. Their blood is clotting and kind of like black and nasty. Wheel their head as far as they can and kind of start to mutter and launch a little beam of green towards T. So T, it is an arcane contest. Laotse does have mastery in arcane.
Okay.
So you get to roll an arcane test. They get to roll an arcane test.
Can
And
I?
we'll see where we land.
I'm gonna use a mastery.
Is there any way I could reaction to take it?
Were you with
That's
Callum?
Callum, yeah.
You want to like jump in the way?
Yeah.
No. The classic.
Oh.
I respect it.
Make an agility test as
Okay.
Callum, and if
Okay.
your test is higher than the witch's, and the witch would be hit, you can
Okay.
Because if it's gonna miss, there's,
I can use my own mastery, right? In
Yeah.
this instance.
oh, this is terrible. This is so bad. So this is a 7. How'd you do?
18.
18? Okay, so you're fine. Yeah, Laotse will spin and kind of throw this sickly green ray out towards
Alright.
you, and the sewer water itself begins to kind of congeal into a humanoid shape and almost lunge out towards you, and then there's this like cry of pain as some of his bone kind of like sticks out of the wound a little bit. It's kind of nasty, and he lets out a cry and it just collapses as he's still stuck to the floor. The child will run.
Away?
The child runs 80 feet.
Wow.
Movement dash. Child just darts down the sewer.
We don't have a bounty for you, so.
He's
Oh,
still
we do
Good
now.
luck.
he's still
He's on Buck's bounty list.
he's still holding his side, but he is running towards the nearest sewer exit. Carolyn Asiago.
Yes, we
There
need
are
to,
6 more zombies.
and we're far away,
Yes.
so we're going to spend most of our time, I think, moving in towards the action.
Okay. I will say you can get to that corner pretty quickly,
Okay.
and then you can see at least most of the zombies.
Okay. Let's give a revolver shot to zombie number 1, let's say.
Zombie number 1.
15.
15?
Mhm.
Which zombie do you want to shoot at?
Zombie 1.
Zombie 1. A great choice. Because that's the one that's going next. So that's a good... Okay, so go ahead and roll some damage. So D6.
3.
3. Okay. There we go. And then you can make a second shot. And this one is just a straight roll on both. So you don't add anything to either one.
7?
7 misses. You gotta get the
That was a
8.
good run.
8 is the one to hit. So same deal as last time. 2 quick, thunderous revolver shots down in this sewer. It's bang bang. One hitting its mark, the other one kind of going wide. It's a little bit dark down here as you kind of get to the corner. It was one thing when the adrenaline was high, you just jumped into the well and you were like, aha! And it was very heroic. And now your senses are kind of coming back. You're like, I'm not super keen about shooting zombies in the sewer, as it turns out. Asiago, would you like to do anything? Or what would you like to do, I should say?
Yeah. Is he within range of Redtail here?
He certainly could be. He is as fast as Redtail. So anything Redtail can get to, Asiago can also get to.
Okay. So can I get into range for a beak buffet?
You sure can.
Yes, I need that. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go after zombie number 1 again then with
Yes.
the beak buffet.
Yes.
And
Asiago's
11.
Ooh.
vacant eyes filled
Plus.
with rage as he runs in and
Nothing?
definitely hits. So now what you get to do is you get to roll your damage and then an extra damage die. So you can roll
Nice.
2d6 and add 2. to it.
5.
Oh,
5 on
good
the first.
start.
Another roll.
Yeah.
5.
Nice.
So Asiago.
How many
How many
beaks
did
are
he
in a
take out?
buffet?
How do you want to do this?
How
You
do
get
I
to
wanna do it?
eviscerate this zombie.
Oh,
how
man.
would Asiago take out a foe?
I think he would do like a leaping motion and then like with his beak just go to, town on him. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then that is exactly what he shall do.
The wings put in work.
Faraday and Bud, you're up. And then there's a zombie and then it's Buck and Sticks.
All right, so first question.
Yes.
Can Bud move Spectral Shroud to another ally, or does he have to
Uh-huh.
recast?
You can definitely move it, but it would be his thing to do.
Yeah,
To
okay.
move it. Yeah.
So Faraday is going to run by T, drop Bud off to Spectral
Yes.
Shroud T.
I love
There
it.
is.
Let's go.
There it is.
But here's the epic part. You don't see the mist leave, and you just see Faraday run out of the mist.
Nice.
Oh, T, as you're focused, your entire world kind of narrows down. You get tunnel vision. The world right now is you and Laotse, and then suddenly there's this like purple dead hand on your shoulder, and you just become coated in mist. And you're like,
This
Don't lose
wouldn't be
focus,
the
don't lose focus, don't lose focus.
strangest thing.
and Bud is just
Just whispering sweet nothings in the ear.
you're doing great.
It's not helping.
You're doing great. We're very proud of you. All right. Faraday, do you want to do stuff while you're moving, though?
I'm going to go for zombie, whoever's the next closest one, so zombie 2
I'll
probably.
give you 2. Yeah.
And I will give it another melee attack with my sword.
Very good.
4
Okay.
and 6.
4 and 6. That's more than 8. So Faraday, yet again, you after image leave Bud behind with T to be like, don't worry, I will keep us both safe. And as you're like, protect her, Bud, another zombie's like, "Ah!" It just collapses in defeat. Faraday proving a masterful swordsman. Buck and Sticks will be next.
Confirmed that was a actual child, right? Not like a
This is
grown,
a-
not, it wasn't
this
a
is
grown
literally-
30-year-old man.
This
That
is like
was
not
this
orphan
kid
or
is
whatever
like
it is.
12, maybe 13.
okay. Buck kind of
Shot stuff.
he'll drop to his knee and kind of like take aim towards the kid, and then just taking a deep breath and go, and turns and he'll take a clean shot towards like the zombies.
Okay. Okay. I was like, that is confirmed a child, right? Yep. Target acquired.
How young?
I was doing it because if Buck was like realized that
I'm
it's
gonna move
actually a
hunting
kid,
adept
he
over.
wouldn't have. He
I
wouldn't
want to
have done
make
it.
sure I get him. Anybody got mastery dice they can lend me?
It's like, how old? 12, 13? But which, though? 13? Okay.
He's lived a good
He
life.
lived a full life. The plague will get him anyway.
11.
11 hits.
Okay. 5.
5.
Then the one behind will take half that.
Okay. So zombies 3 and 4 take a smattering as the rifle kind of just blasts a hole in the abdomen and then like through the lower hip of the one behind.
Buck will look at Styx, whistle, and point towards Laotse. And Styx is going to run up and pick up his little post.
Yeah.
And he's just going to take it to the knee and just jam it through it to pin him there. That went everywhere. It's 9.
9?
Yeah.
That misses.
Okay.
Make an arcane test. got to beat a 9.
15.
Okay, so Styx is the litmus test for everyone. As he goes to attack Laotse and misses, it cracks into the side of the earth, and you watch his T kind of shudders for a second as that leg almost breaks free. T, you were focusing.
Yes.
Do you continue focusing?
Yes.
Okay. I just figured as much. But give you the chance. So I'm going to say Fizz, you're up, and then
Yes.
Adelaide, Bean, Callum, and Redtail, you're next. Okay.
I'm gonna do another, or Fizz will do another shrimp snap
Yeah.
at whichever is next in
Bean, are
line.
you going?
He's already over there. He went through.
Bean, you coming back?
You coming back, Bean? You want to go through again?
Sounds good.
10.
10 to hit?
Yeah.
Hits.
Okay.
Very good.
4.
4?
Yeah.
4?
4.
So you kill
Total.
him.
4 total.
4
Yeah,
total.
so you kill him. You put him from 5 to 9. So the one with a cavity in its chest, you're like, I do that too.
Yeah.
And you just detonate like the inner cavity of the zombie, and there's just this gory spray. It's all gross down here. You guys are making a mess. Adelaide and Bean and Callum and Redtail.
Is Laotse bound only by feet?
Laotse is bound by the feet, yes.
Okay. Adelaide wants to run up and try to tie his hands behind his
That
back.
is an exceptionally good call. And so go ahead and we'll do a contested might. I'm going to say the same deal for Laotse. Laotse is
Come
going to
on.
suffer difficulty to a lot of these because he's partially encased in the earth.
9.
It's a natural 20 minus 3 for
Not
17.
enough.
Laotse manages to kind of shake you loose, but that is a very good thought because those fingers are still eager to do the sigils and stuff of magics. It was a good try, Adelaide.
Bean will just go after the
Kick his hands up.
zombie number 4
Okay.
for a 9 to hit.
That hits.
11.
11 damage?
Yes.
Holy. That one
Gone.
explodes.
Because he would get the extra die. for
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bean, I robbed you of your last one because it was kind of a combo kill. How do you want to take this guy down?
Bean is going
Get a good
to
spread of kills.
Yeah, he's just gonna run up to it and take it out at the knees, so it like falls down on the ground,
Yeah.
and then just get one solid peck at the head
Okay.
of the psi eye, wherever that
He
may
just
be located.
right in the brain. He just extract the undead energy. Okay, very good. Adelaide and Bean, well done. Callum, Redtail.
Callum is gonna maintain position and just
Okay.
hold an action to
Sure.
assist if needed.
Okay.
He doesn't even
you wanna-
have a weapon.
Do you want to
so-
just help the witch?
Yes,
Okay.
that's fine.
That's the same as just
Okay.
for now. Just treat it
Help.
as like an
Yes.
extra mastery die on whatever she's doing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you that. That's easy.
And
Redtail.
And Redtail will do illuminating leap
Yeah, he
at
will.
the next
Uh-oh.
zombie for a 13 to hit
That'll hit.
and
boy.
6 radiant damage.
6 radiant damage, you say. Give me a
Sounds good.
give me another die
Oh.
because you're doing radiant damage. Thank you.
One more.
One more. So was the total?
I
With your plus
forgot.
4?
It was 6 total, right? So
6
7.
total. So 7 total. So you leave him alive. Red tail. You start using like a scratching post. You're tearing this thing. You're tearing it apart, Lisa. But it's still alive. The zombie's going to retaliate at Red Tail. The last thing to hit him. You try to punch him. No, I don't think a 4 plus 2 does it. Nope, for you though. So it's 6. It just goes. Stop. Get down, cat. But it can't do the monster mash. The other one is going to run up and try to. It's going to try to punch Faraday because you're just a blur of blades. It's like I will face my death with dignity. That's a 19 to hit though.
Ooh, that's a pretty cool title. Faraday, the Blur of Blades.
It's max damage of 8.
Ooh.
Faraday takes a walloping. So, T, my sweet witch, Laotse, rather than gunning for you,
Mm-hmm.
is going to try to do some shady biz to Adelaide. So Adelaide, you should make an arcane contest, please. Let's see if you roll like you do.
25.
5.
He was banking on the bad roll.
All right, 3 plus 2. Laotse tries to do something to you, Adelaide. You feel like a little bit woozy for a second, almost like you're going to like fall asleep, and then you don't. And you're like, that was weird. And Laotse's like, the child is going to ascend the little ladder, crank open the sewer grate, haul their legs up, and then start screaming for help
Oh boy.
because he's been shot in the chest.
Shot him in the chest?
Yeah.
Got shot in the abdomen. What a baby.
Yeah, we got winged in the abdomen. It went in here and out here. He has
It's a
been.
clean through. He'll be
Yeah,
all
No
right.
big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all happened to one of us.
He's a
It's
kid. He'll bounce back fast.
We've
Yeah.
all been shot in the
Yeah.
abdomen. Who hasn't,
Yeah.
right?
Talk to 50.
Took me a little long. Let's see. We will have Asiago go after that other zombie. Let's see here. 7.
On the die.
Well,
Do you have
7
any-
on the die. Yeah.
okay, so
So
that would be plus
four.
2 because
+2.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
plus
yeah.
2 because
Nine.
your bonus, so that'll hit.
Great.
There you go. So then go ahead and roll me 2 damage dice because you're still within 15 feet
5.
of
And a 4.
retail. Okay, that's awesome. I love it. So that one also goes down similarly.
Easy.
Asiago just jumps up with tuk, 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 and the head kind of like lolls backwards. You just stun lock this guy until he collapses to the ground.
Our healer is the most kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tie right now. Faraday and Fizz are also racking them up. Buck got a double kill to start us off.
I think Carol's just going to take a shot at Laotse here.
Okay, you're just gonna shoot Laotse. I
Yeah.
love it. All right.
Is that bad? Or
I-
do we need
hey.
to keep him alive? Is
Yeah,
there
we
any-
need him alive.
Oh, we do
Listen,
need him
we
alive?
We need him alive.
Oh.
Listen, I'm
Okay,
not there.
I'll go for the other zombie. My
This
bad.
is your conscience speaking.
My bad.
You can shoot him, but you know. Okay, you want to shoot the other zombie?
I just got excited.
Okay.
I just got excited.
Me too. I was like, yeah, shoot him. Let's go. Maybe you'll free him. I don't know what'll happen. Okay, so go ahead and shoot the other zombie.
All right.
Free him of his
4.
mortal coil.
Oh, okay. So no misfire,
karma.
but the bullet does go wide.
It's karma.
Yeah. It's because you wanted to shoot Laotse.
Yeah, yeah.
You were like, I'm going to get him. Ah! You fire like halfway through. You're like, I got excited. But you do have the fast property. You can shoot again.
Oh, okay.
But then you'll have
Do
you'll have to reload after,
After
this.
this,
turn.
yeah.
You've been firing a lot.
11.
11 will hit the other zombie.
That's good.
So this will be a straight damage roll because it's your second shot of the turn.
4.
4 damage is nothing to sneeze at, unless you're allergic to bullets like this zombie. We have Faraday and Bud. You're up.
So Bud is going to use Sigrain on. We have 1 zombie left, right?
We have 1 zombie left.
All right.
Mm.
So it's 20 to hit.
Roulette.
Oh, 2.
Ooh. Oh, it's okay. You're kind of focused on like helping T, and then T, there's a purple hand that's like throws a little like gas cloud towards the zombie that just goes. There's not a whole lot going on upstairs for
They're
that
not
guy.
home.
They're like, I'm just like you. And you're like, no, I'm you, but smarter. Faraday.
Faraday will attack that last zombie.
Yeah, you will.
Get it,
Cut
buddy.
him down.
Slice him.
18.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you
There
will.
it is.
Yeah,
There it
you.
is.
4. And then do I do 2 attack damage? Am I still buffed?
Yeah, you are still in it, yeah. So that's plus, yeah.
So then that'll be 9 total.
9 total. Another one down.
Ah.
So, that is the last of the zombies. But I'm going to leave you in initiative because there are still things occurring. Laotse is still restrained for as long as you're focused. But the child is still screaming out for help.
Yes.
He is currently yelling, "Help, I've been shot."
Well, that did happen.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yes. So, Faraday and Bud, great turn from you guys. Buck and Sticks.
I'm
up there yelling for
gonna
help.
run over there to assist Adelaide, and I'm going to, like the ranch hand that I am, I'm a hog tie
There you
Laotse.
go. Okay.
Mouth, hands, behind, back, the whole shebang.
Smart. There you go. Yeah, those fingers are raring to go for another thing. I'll say Adelaide is you're like, give me your hands, and he's like, no, and then Buck just grabs them, and you're like, finally, and then you guys manage to tie him up, blocking his ability to speak and thus bring about any kind of vocal spells, preventing anything like that from occurring. We have T and Fizz. You're still focused.
Yeah.
But now that he's hogtied, you
Yeah.
could choose to end your focus now without detriment to yourself.
Yes, I'll do
But if
that.
your focus is broken, it's bad for you.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll lose my focus.
Okay. That's easy enough to do. You
'Kay.
just stop concentrating on it. You're like, okay, we're good. So his feet will be freed momentarily, but his one working leg.
Can Sticks,
and the other
since he
one
didn't get
is
to go,
like
just
kind of
slam
like
him
this.
in?
One bone's
Sticks
like
will put him on
this,
the
and the other
ground.
one's got a hole in it.
And then I'm gonna start heading towards the kid. I
Okay.
don't know if I can reach him and
He's a very fast and also just ran.
right.
He's about
so
80 feet away.
okay.
You have some tricks though. It's a little risky maybe, but you have some tricks.
To float myself over there.
You can run really, really fast.
Okay.
There's a thing.
I'll-
There's a thing that you decided you could do, and I thought it was cool. So.
To propel me this
Yeah.
stone. Okay.
Uh-huh. It's like the stone.
All right. I'll give it a go. Why not?
Okay.
Um,
Godspeed. Just don't.
So I just
roll
can't lose
badly.
my focus, right?
Yeah. Just don't roll. Just don't roll badly if you lose your focus. So just don't do
Okay.
that. Just don't.
So I
Yeah.
just won't do it.
Just
Um,
don't mess up.
Similar to, I think Carol was the only one that was close enough. T, as you sprint towards this child, the cobblestones beneath your feet are kind of lifting up and propelling you faster and faster and faster. And it seems like your toes don't even leave the ground. You're like skating. So you get an extra bonus to your movement speed, which means you could get about halfway to the kid as
Okay.
opposed to like a third of the way.
I'll do that. I'm gonna yell
'Cause
out
it's an action to kick that.
for Fizz, join me, and then Fizz is gonna. That's what Fizz will do.
It's like,
Just
hold on,
move.
mother. I'm very slow. I have my little shrimpy feet. I'm going as fast as I can.
Or if I can like grab Fizz as I'm going
if
past.
you just stick them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fizz, come on.
Yeah. yeah.
You still have Bud attached to you.
Bud is still around.
He's still
Oh.
holding on.
So you have like a horrifying visage right now. You're like a gliding ghost. You're like, child! He's like, ah! Okay. That is T
Bean
and
and
Fizz.
Fizz, yeah.
Adelaide and Bean and Callum and Redtail.
Yes.
It's like those shirts, Adelaide and Bean and Callum and Redtail.
Yeah.
You're all going at the same time.
Yeah, I think Adelaide and Bean are just helping secure Laotse for right now.
Okay.
Callum will chase after to help with this child.
Okay.
So he will run dash.
Yeah, run dash, you could pass T. Because when she kicks that on, it's an
Wow.
action to start it.
Okay.
And then she can run 40 feet.
Okay.
So if you run your 60, you get there.
Redtail will stay with the crew just in case something happens.
Yeah.
But
Gnawing
is
on a bone.
otherwise just like saying hellos to like Asiago, Bud, Sticks.
Yeah.
Pretty cool combat, guys.
She goes, hear that sick awesome battle cry. No, my voice didn't crack. What are you talking about? It was a rad war cry. Laotse for now is restrained, suitably, unable to cast. For the uninitiated, you do need the use of your hands and your mouth to bring about most spells. There are some components of each, and many of which will require some kind of object or something. But for now, Laotse is subdued. The child screams out yet again. Now, mercifully for Buck specifically, you're not currently in the spires. So, the guards that arrive are of the Legion's Light and not Inquisitors. But T and Callum, you do hear, I was shot in the sewers. And they go, what? We need a healer. Is there a physician nearby? And some of the guards take the children and the child. And another guard goes, you four, with me. There's someone down here. So Carol and Asia brandishing a smoking gun. I'm a teacher. I'm lost. Is this where's the trolley?
Point me to the retirement home.
Do you know where the academy is? I seem to have taken a wrong turn in Albuquerque. I will lift the veil a little bit. If you guys want to drop out of initiative, there's just going to be a couple Legion's Light soldiers are going to come down here and ask you
Have some questions.
Yeah.
Because it's not every day that a child emerges from the sewers screaming, I've been shot. But you do also have Laotse alive and subdued, which is a huge boon. Because if he was dead, they were going to have a lot more questions
Oh, yeah.
for you. Okay. So we'll chill out on the combat music. The Legion's light soldiers will make their way down. There is clearly some degree of a leading official. And there are 4 soldiers behind him. The leading official is carrying a gunblade. The other 4 are all just sword and board. They come down. They immediately just see the massacre of Night Soilmen. They see several of you armed with guns or swords. And they will kind of form a line. Put your weapons down, citizens. What happened here?
We've been trailing Laotse for a few days. Found him in this hideout here, and he tried getting away. So we did what we could.
The child was unfortunate collateral.
He's been working alongside of him.
Oh, see. You've got a knack for talking to the police.
I do.
We have his feet.
They're not stupid.
We were chasing this fugitive. That child up top that's wounded.
We
I
definitely
I
shot
feel
him.
like they could put 2 and 2 together.
But you admitted guilt.
They
We
were-
had our chance
Hey.
in court.
They might have given you the benefit of the doubt.
I doubt it.
Oh my God.
But we'll never know.
Oh, okay. Let me find my center here. The guard captain will walk over to Laotse and pull the mask off, revealing a very heavily scarred face. The top half of which has been grafted on. So that big scar that goes up is because the top half of Laotse's face is not the face they were born with. Laotse appears, it's almost as though it's like a plastic surgery that stopped halfway through.
Face off.
But they only took half the face. But the top half does appear to be a woman's face. And the bottom half has like a bit of scruff. As Laotse's bright green eyes are just staring daggers at the 6 of you. But the guard captain kind of kicks him over. That is Laotse. Which one of you shot the kid?
Buckle raised his hand. Kid jumped out at me when I was coming into the well entrance. Came at me with a knife, and I thought it was Laotse. I couldn't see. It was an honest mistake.
It's going to be a lot of paperwork. Who do you work for?
Nobody.
Slightly less paperwork. Let's get you above ground. You 2 grab that one. Bring him up. You 4, throw these bodies away. Get them out of here. Let's have this talk under the sun, shall we?
Sounds good.
I'll head up. I'll grab him under the shoulders. You come up next. Keep that gun holstered.
Yes, sir.
He'll climb on up top, help you get Laotse up there. Faraday, you're like, don't worry, I've got him. So a lot of you make your way back up onto the streets. He will lead you a little ways down the road. Now, you are still in the strings, but it's not too far of a walk into the military district. So he will take you over to the constabulary.
Is that where we turn him in?
I'd assume so.
Far as I know, y'all gunned down a bunch of Night Soil men and shot a kid.
So
But-
about that, have you you know of Laotse, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So you know he's capable of controlling these Night Soilmen,
Yeah.
and yeah, he pit them against us.
Yeah, that I believe. What I'm trying to wrap my head around is vigilante justice of this extreme degree from unaligned free company. Usually your lot doesn't mess around with this stuff. You don't have a sponsor? Nobody kicked you in on this?
Not yet.
Well,
Money was good, so said why not?
money sure is good. Kind of looks down at Laotse and there's just glare in the eyes and goes, don't worry, kid. We'll have your fingers broken before dusk. All right. Well, My part in this is done. Between you and me, I'd have killed him. But enjoy your payout.
Hey, worth more alive.
Sure is, but much less problematic. Stay out of trouble.
Just some information for you. Kid was mentioning that they were working for somebody. Didn't give up a name, but they were stating that they got in trouble, and they were doing these jobs because of it. So
I know
wherever that may
kid.
lead you.
I know this kid. Laotse loves to run with the young ones. Thinks we won't do what you did.
That's something you should probably watch out for too.
Yeah. He's got a little network of urchins. Thinks we won't shoot his kids. Usually we don't.
Sorry.
And he'll kind of pound on the door, go, Lieutenant, got a surprise for you. You're gonna hate it. Gives you a kind of offhand salute. Marches off back towards his men. And a frankly rather large lady. She's probably like 6'4". Very, very tall. Pushes the door aside. Extremely muscular build. Shaved sides of the head and then like a long braided ponytail. Oh, man. All right. You guys find this guy?
Aye.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Come on in. We'll get you paid.
Why
So
are
just-
you so disappointed?
I was kind of hoping to take a crack at him myself, but I guess interrogating him will be just as fun. Just kind of cracks her knuckles.
Yeah, I'll leave you the rope. Make it a little bit easier.
She'll just grab him by like the roped hands and just drag him in so that his shoulders are kind of like backwards over his head. Come on in, guys. Come sit down. We'll get you sorted out right away.
Beautiful.
Just rolls Laotse into a cell. All right, what was it? 1200? Okay, hold on. She'll rustle around in a desk. What's your guild certifications?
This is what we have, and I'm assuming we have the paperwork for.
She's
who
just
we
asking
are.
who you are.
Oh, she's just asking. I
Yeah.
thought she was asking for actual paperwork.
Well, for now, who are you?
Well, we go by the signature 6.
Great. You're registered with the Fiddlers? Oh, much less paperwork. Okay, good. Awesome. Here you go. And she'll hand you a slip of paper with a king's seal on it. Just says, pay to the order of the signature 6, 1,200 gold pieces for the capture and detainment of Laotse Shirai, alive and slightly damaged. Take this to the coins. They'll get you paid out. I do have to issue a fine for the firing of weapons in a public space.
Is the sewers public?
Yes. Yes, it is a public space. Now, for your heroic rescue of the city from this terrible menace, I'm gonna look the other way. But just don't be shooting your guns in the streets, please. That's our job.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Especially if you're not sponsored. If you're not sponsored, the fines are tremendous. It's almost not even worth bringing Laotse in. But because you did. Thank you.
Anytime.
But as we turn in Laotse, he will kind of like loose his gag just enough. Look at T. He'll speak in a language that nobody spoke last time because you weren't here. He was saying Wiccan. He's coming. Then you'll see.
I'm gonna spit on the ground at his feet.
He's coming and you don't even know. You don't even know who he is. You don't even know what he wants. You made a mistake. I was trying to slow them down. Have fun. You're gonna love when he's here. It's gonna be great. Especially for you. I learned a few tricks from your pal. Just putting them to good use before you stole my glyph. Broke my leg. I can see it on you. You still have it. You don't even know how to use it. Rikyov's gonna tear you apart. And then he just sits back, head against the wall.
Do I recognize that name?
Make a religion test
Can you
with
s-
difficulty,
Can you spell that name for us?
Yeah.
depending on the religion test. Rikyov is a priest of some would say a demon, some might say a devil, some might say a monster, some might say a god. But Rikyov serves a higher power. Rikyov's title is the Plague Bearer. The reason this name would ring a bell is from the plague that we've discussed numerous times so far already. The Plague Bearer brought about the plague that we were talking about when Yarborough was laid low. The plague that was on then was, according to the Church of the Rising Sun, a test run for something else, something greater, something far surpassing the wide scale of death and destruction brought about. The thing that Rikyov serves thrives on chaos and death, so it wouldn't be uncommon for someone like Laotse to be swayed to their calling. And then Laotse goes blind, deaf, and dumb, leans against the wall, closes his eyes, and refuses to talk. But you receive your payout to the Order of the Signature Six, 1,200 gold pieces, for the capture of Laotse Shirai. On account of you're an unaligned free company, you don't owe any part of that to any corporations, any businesses, or any patrons. The last little bit I'll cover for you today is if you were to go cash that out. In the Coins District, there are many cordoned off streets where there are piles of Night Soil men. As while you were gone, when that bounty went up, you get to see more of Laotse's handiwork. There are nearly 300 Night Soil men piled up outside the Treasury, the Mint, and the Central Bank.
Jeez.
There are holes bored in the walls
Trying
of
to
the
World War
Treasury
Z
and the
that.
Mint. And while you will still be paid, there are 16,000 gold pieces unaccounted for
Whoa.
from Laotse's raid on the Treasury.
Question.
Yes.
Would the guards be mad if Bud went into the pile of Night Soilmen and grabbed some bones? Look for some solid quality bones in that pile of dead Night Soilmen.
But be super inconspicuous. Like, be really careful. But also, do a stealth. Do a stealth about it.
Well, he has.
He should. I believe he's got mastery.
He's got
Shit.
+2 and mastery. in
Yes.
stealth.
Okay. So go ahead and I'll be reasonable with it. They don't really care about the Night Soul Man bodies, but they're a little on edge.
Unnatural 20.
Natural 20.
Unnatural.
Unnatural 20. What kind of bone strikes your fancy?
The good ones.
The best bones.
Yeah, well, there's you've got your pick of the litter, but if you can run in there with your one hand and grab one, what kind of bone do you want to grab?
Which bone?
Well, Bud really wants to start making some like solid, like a second hand.
Okay.
So
Get a good
he's
hand.
gonna go for like maybe a hand or a forearm, whichever he finds first.
Okay. I'll make it easier. He finds an arm, in a relatively well preserved arm.
And then Bud, knowing that Adelaide likes that kind of stuff, transforming like the affinities, he goes and shows her his new hand.
And it's so there was one like big purple one.
He's
and
got the
there's
big
that's
purple
just,
one,
like,
and then like a
human
normal
arm.
like human
Yeah.
hand.
How
but
does
it's all
it
bony.
attach to him? Is it like a wisp?
He kind of just goes like, and it just floats nearby.
Interesting.
I don't
It
think
just
he can
becomes
use them though,
incorporated.
can he?
Oh, he can use.
Oh, he can use them.
Oh,
Okay,
he
yeah.
can.
So then he
Use 'em or
goes
lose
over.
'em.
He goes over to Adelaide and kind of gives her a little wave
Yeah.
to show it off.
Adelaide is going to be more intrigued than grossed out, but that feeling is there.
That makes one of us.
And she is just gonna inspect kind of like how it's connected, how quickly that worked.
Yeah. It takes him probably about a minute to like kind of hold it in place. He probably tries a couple hands and they like get rejected and stuff. You got to find a suitable match. It's like finding a kidney, but a hand.
But
So
a
he sticks it
whole
on there.
arm.
A whole arm. Yeah. So he finds that one and it kind of and there's a little wispy smoke that kind of runs through almost like veins. But then it just kind of incorporates that little skeletal hand into the body.
She will make the connection of the night soil.
So will Bud.
Being these psi creatures and being assembled of different parts,
Mhm.
and like it all clicks.
Yeah.
Originally, it was just, oh my god, zombies, and now it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah. It's clicking for you a little bit. Very good. But yes, otherwise, despite all the calamity, the banks must still function. They are too big to fail. You will be paid out 1,200 gold pieces. You will earn a little bit of renown with the City Watch for having recaptured Laotse to the point that
And shooting a child.
but to that point, they will not be fining you or restricting your use of firearms yet. They have let you off with a warning.
Sweet.
Should gunshots still be ringing out within city limits, they might start asking questions.
Well, now we have bribing money.
You fools! You gave us everything we need to pay you out. How much will it take for you to go away? I'm not going to prison. Here's 2 gold. Buy yourself something nice.
So we've gotten a reward.
Yes, you've collected your money.
We are away
banks.
from the guards now. We are just.
You are in the coins.
Yes.
You are unattended.
We're
They've left
leaving.
you alone.
Okay. This is quite a lot of coin. Are we gonna split this, or did we have something we wanted to spend it on?
I think we all split it evenly. We all put in the work for it.
Yeah, for now, I'm good with that.
Sounds good. Second question: what are you all, like, warriors or something? Like, go down there. I've got this little knife, and you.
She's got like a palette knife, like left over from breakfast. There's still butter on it. I don't understand.
I didn't even know you were with us, and you tumble in and just take 2 out. Faraday's zipping around, cutting their heads off.
I like the idea that Carol's in the guild hall sipping and just goes, the well! Maybe they would have gone there! I think you guys were like, we left a note. So Carol's like,
We did, yeah.
Oh! Oh no! They've gone without me. Just leap down there just in case, expecting the rune, and you just like
Yeah.
tumble down, just get lucky. That's so good.
I love it.
Great.
Yeah, it seems like all of you are pretty adept at taking these things out. Obviously, our Riftkin are doing well too, but are Callum and I the only ones here that don't have combat experience?
I mean, like I told you before, that was kind of my expertise in the military.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but like I kind of expected you to do what you did.
Oh,
You know what I
thanks.
mean?
I appreciate
I
that.
expected you to brain 4 people in front of me immediately.
But like I came over on this boat with Professor Carroll, who just did a rough and tumble shoot 'em up.
Action Jack.
Yeah, that was pretty freaking badass, Doctor.
It was. I'm gonna pull out a handkerchief and like wipe off my monocle, wipe off
it's purely an academic exercise.
Asiaga's beak there with the zombies. Be like, we've seen some things over the years. You get it with experience, kid.
All right. I mean, I even failed at tying his hands together, and you two are like, "I'll make her invisible. I'll trap him with earth," and you cut all their heads off, and I couldn't even react fast enough.
I'm also old and I've seen a lot.
I mean, Bean put in the work. They did good.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bean did great.
My mentor, Big B, he taught me a thing or two with the swords.
Thing or two, I'll say.
That's you were
It's
zipping
impressive.
around.
Just like that. That street performer is going in.
Cut down 3 zombies, clean it on your sleeves.
Yeah, everybody did really well.
It's quite a haul. We should celebrate.
Oh, absolutely. Drinks all around.
Do we still want to
Yes.
go to the training hall and do some sparring with all this adrenaline, or do we want to head back?
What time is it right now?
Honestly, I think it's
It's
like
noon.
11?
Maybe? Yeah.
you guys were like, first thing, let's just check the well, and then we'll go train for the whole day. And you're like, oh god, he's down here. So it's still pretty early on in the day.
Yeah, I think we can do some training.
Is your wound okay?
I think the first time I ever gotten kicked in the head or almost stabbed or shot at or whatever.
Yeah,
go.
we have a few bumps, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Get some training done, then we party until the sun rises. And while we're on our way, keep an eye out for Callum. You were looking for
Yes,
the puppet
the
thing, right?
squires.
Yes. Never know. Maybe we wandered that way. Now that we got that bounty, we kind of keep that on track. Find my wife. You two weren't here when I talked about that. I'll catch you up to speed, I promise. And then, I mean, we're kind of linked together. Figure out where we need to go from there.
So, as we arrive at the training grounds, there's a vast expanse. By vast, I mean it's probably about an acre, I think, is pretty large, of just sort of grass field on the inside of Fletcher's Roost walls, which is pretty uncommon to see. Just a vast open space that hasn't been, developed. There are some archery butts on the far end. There's a few training dummies, and there are several stalls selling many of the basic weapons, ammunition, armors, and batteries. Things of that nature for sale.
What does a battery look like in this world?
So a battery in this world would be kind of it's almost like a backpack accessory. Think of it like a pouch on the side that you would hold a small, black box that literally just stores rift energy into it. There is some bit of magic and some bit of technology. But yeah, small black box, no more than a foot in any dimension. And then each one holds 10 charges.
Is this just people training, or is there tamers here that are doing stuff with Riftkin?
It is primarily people, but there are people with Riftkin.
Okay.
And those Riftkin are chilling together, maybe scrapping a little bit. It is primarily, you're going to find a lot of pigsties because you are on the cusp of being in the Shepherd's District. So this is also just a place where the shepherds are going to go. So they're going to come and go through here. So you'll find pigsties. You will find several small metal dogs that seem to be wild or feral, just kind of rolling around in the grass out here, kind of doing a little bit of friendly scrappage. And there are plenty of owls. They are called owlets that are positioned on a lot of the buildings. They are currently powered down, sleeping. But they are watching also for any ratacogs that are running around. Look.
And you said we're near the Shepherd's District?
Yes, the Shepherd's District is the outermost, southwestern quadrant of Fletcher's Roost. It's a big open expanse. That's where a lot of the ranches are to keep the livestock in.
Okay.
And then out in the fields is where you'll have your kind of peasant class people. Further and further out, bigger farms.
I'm going to just meander through there. Buck's kind of just going to get naturally drawn to it, reminded of home, and just kind of be like, oh, and just kind of just nonchalantly walk there. Not trying to hide anything, but just kind of just walking through, enjoying the sights.
Yeah.
Faraday is going to stop off. We can do the money thing afterwards, but he wants to pick up a slingshot
Yeah.
because he hasn't done slingshotting in a while. Wants to
Okay.
pick up a slingshot.
Yeah.
And then a round shield. He takes the little slingshot ball that Bud has away from him and hands him his buckler shield and says, we're going to play some catch again. And he's practicing his slingshots at Bud while Bud either catches it or blocks it with his shield. So just start off with that with the training grounds.
That's tight.
I am definitely grabbing a blowgun. That sounds awesome.
Oh, yeah.
My man!
Yeah.
Working with
Okay.
that.
We'll get you a nice,
looking at
definitely an antique
Yeah,
blowgun. It's filigreed and a little bit wonky, but definitely still serviceable.
Yeah,
And
that's
you're like,
exactly right.
oh, yes, it is like the Anunnaki tribes. Just, Buck, you're looking at a pig, and Carol's like, I wonder how the sighting is on this.
And then I'll probably just play around with that and like try it out. Yeah.
The blowgun is definitely less than a gold, so we'll get you sorted, no problem.
If anyone is interested, I will throw projectiles at them with the earth, and they can try to block against
If
it.
anyone is interested, I'm whooping.
That's cool. Dodita's gonna hop in and like try to beak the earth as it's going through.
Asiago is able to. It's kind of like shooting like clay pigeons, but you're both the projectile. Yup. Like you're trying to hit a target, and Asiago's like intercepting every single one, just going. Because he's also got some earth powers going on. It's delightful.
Adelaide would like to purchase a short bow. And start to practice with that a little bit.
Purchase a beginner seal and become a ranger.
I'm sure she's terrible at it.
Gives you
Just
something to
shoot
do.
all of us.
Yep.
Give me
Stay still.
give me a shot. Just see how it goes.
Okay.
Sight up a target and maybe you'll crit and it'll just be insane. How'd you do?
A 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps as expected. It's a little rough. You're getting near the target, which is better than can be said for a lot of amateur archers. You're at least not like snapping it or dropping the arrow. It's just kind of like wobbling. Just a touch.
Yeah. After the events, she wants to help more next time, but she's not too keen on getting as close as Faraday does.
Yeah.
Callum would like to challenge somebody to a scrap with Redtail.
Okay. Callum, as you wander out there, you kind of get this like vertigo sensation for a second. Like you're sort of tumbling. And your vision kind of swirls for a moment, and you get a little swirly, a little swimmy in the head. And there's a puppet on the far side of about a 15-foot stretch from you, wearing an orange lab coat and holding a sword. On guard, Callum! Everybody else that is casually paying attention, I'll say, Carol, as you're kind of messing around with a blowgun. T, as you're throwing clay. Asiago will miss one and see as Callum kind of staggers for a second, puts one hand on his head, kind of drops down to one knee, and then just kind of falls over. Callum, there's no sensations for you right now, Mr. Man of Science. You immediately surmise you're in some sort of dream state, as the clouds above you are kind of this weird, almost like peach color, despite the fact that it was a pretty clear day earlier. But there's just a squires with a sword drawn.
I will guess that because I'm in a vision or something, I should maintain the illusion rather than break it, like lucid dreaming or something.
Yeah.
So the puppet said on guard to me.
It did. And
Okay.
it will throw you a sword.
Oh, okay. I pick it up.
On guard, Callum!
On guard.
And don't forget the protocol. Let's
I should make sure that you don't either. Recite it to me.
let's initiativize.
Aw.
You kind of stumble, you go, tell me the protocol! And the squires goes, nay! 11 plus 2 is 13.
That hits.
Okay. There's no damage. He just kind of smacks you on the cheek.
Okay.
Goes, do better! On guard! And he'll kind of like, he goes, parry! Guard! Riposte! Reset! On guard, Callum.
All right. I will just try to rely on my muscle memory to do whatever it is. Oh, we were doing a 2.
2, you're getting better! You lunge out towards him and he kind of like thwicks you in the back. He's like, whoosh! You left your back exposed, Callum! Parry, guard, riposte! Again!
I will try to parry, then guard, and riposte in that order.
Okay. Let's see. It's 15 to hit you.
Okay.
So it'll just kind of
Hits
switch
again.
you in the leg. We're like, whoosh! You're too slow, Callum.
All right.
Grown complacent.
Okay, really fast.
Yeah.
Like swing it really fast.
Yeah, like really good. Do
Like,
it like really
like
good.
really good. 15.
15
yes.
hits. Do you want damage or do you want to send a message?
I want damage.
Damage. Okay,
Yeah.
then roll me a D6.
1.
1?
But-
Okay. It's a little damage with a little message. You just go, "Ah!" And the squire's like gets cut.
Oh.
Well done, Callum. Again. He'll lunge towards you, but miss.
All right, following the momentum.
Parry!
We're guarding now. I
Yes.
parried the first time. 11.
Okay. So as you parry to the side, he just goes for an overhead swing, and you guard and riposte and hit him. Do you want damage or do you want to send a message?
I want to damage it again.
Okay.
1.
Callum is anything.
God.
If he's anything, he is consistent.
Okay. He's gonna swing again. 11 plus 2, 13.
That'll hit.
Another one. Switches you across. Don't forget the protocol.
I am going to take that message and I'm going to put the sword in my other hand.
Maybe I'm left-handed. And the Squires is like, so am I.
Oh my God.
And
Okay.
we're going to go for it.
You're the six-fingered man.
5.
5. You're getting better. You're getting better, Callum. As you wing it in the other hand, you go, feels equally uncomfortable. 6 plus 2, but it's enough to parry aside the next strike.
Is there anything on my person?
Yeah, I mean, you're clothed.
Yeah, but like, is there anything that isn't what I have on me now, but in this dream state, there's something different?
You want to take a moment to
Yeah,
assess
yeah.
your zones of assessment?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, there are 4 overcharged storm batteries on your back.
Perfect. I'm going to channel one of those in one hand and try to use the sword in the other, as using myself as a conductor to swing my sword.
Okay.
This is the protocol.
Oh, okay. He's guessing the protocol. All right, we're getting.
This might hurt
It
myself.
It will definitely, but we'll see how it goes.
7.
7.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, as you
We're going to be here all night.
as you swing out.
What are we seeing as you find this?
Well, I'll tell you. As you grab the overloading storm battery, there's this crackling sensation, and as you swing into the Squires, there's this burst of lightning. You're standing back in Ravensward Labs. One hand on the lever, ready to pull. Because no matter how many times you try not to do what you're about to do, you always pull the lever. Hold this, Callum. The folder is placed back in your hands. Your feet shuffle nervously. The whirring of the machine snaps you from the stupor. Stand just there, and don't forget the protocol. But this time, the Squires is still there and armed. Stand just there, Callum, and don't forget the protocol. Your hand, instead of holding a cardboard sword, is now holding your lever. But the other hand is on the real lever. The esteemed Professor Lillian Ravensward ascends to a platform of cold steel surrounded in a blue light. Now, Callum, and don't forget the protocol. That sword is drawn, but the voice is different this time. The voice is not a gruff man's voice. It's the voice of a playful child. As you pull the lever on the floor near the platform, everything you've known, everything you learned prior to this moment, all of your experiences and your purposes, and the protocol fade from your mind. But as you are jolted out of your dreamlike state, a lot of you all see Callum fly about 15 feet as he throws his hand out and a little bit of lightning just kind of apparates. He kind of slides on the grass, holding not only a lever, but a cardboard sword.
I'll run over
Yeah.
and see if he's okay.
Faraday's going to run over there and make sure he's good.
Yes. The few switch hits that you took are now actual tiny cuts. Not enough to damage, but enough to send a message.
Oh, that sneaky son of a gun.
Who are you talking about?
What did you see?
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Great poker face. What happened? Legally, though. What was witnessed? Before I say anything else, did you see anything?
The opposite of the T approach.
Yeah.
I extremely guilty.
I was just blowing my blowgun, and I just saw you come across the field out of nowhere. It seemed like you were flying almost.
Yes. I was challenged to a duel by the puppet.
The puppet.
The puppet that I've been searching for.
It was here.
Yes, it challenged me to a duel. I do believe this was all within my head.
Oh.
But looking at my body, it seems that may not have been the case. He defeated me in combat.
You lost to a puppet?
I lost to the puppet.
Huh. And this was in your dreams, but you were...
I don't think I was dreaming, but it was kind of like I was reliving something. But again, I would have sworn that was some sort of odd daydream, but I'm unsure as to why I actually sustained damage.
Fascinating.
Yes. My main concern is that I've forgotten the protocol.
Still haven't figured that one out, have we?
No.
And what's that in your hand?
This is a dueling sword.
It looks like a Christmas paper wrapping paper too.
It's for practice so that you don't injure the other person, and I will give a light thwack to Dr. Carroll.
Where?
In the arm.
Carol, as the tube impacts you, there's like an actual little slice.
Oh.
Oh, apologies.
What is that
I
thing?
was... I must have hit you at an odd angle.
It's a paper cut.
Yes.
There's a lot to understand here.
Yes. I wish I knew any more than I'm telling you. Yeah. It's all... Have you seen these puppets before?
Power of imagination.
These squires?
Anything is possible.
I think we saw one from Ravensworth Lab. And It was
Yes.
running away, yes.
Yeah, they are able to conjure props that look fake but function as the real deal. And I will slide it across some grass.
It
The
cuts
sword?
The grass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Impressive.
Right?
And I'll pick it up and try to examine it.
Yeah. It looks like a child's toy.
Hmm.
And yet,
Here we are.
it cut your arm.
Interesting.
So I'm unsure if these squires can infiltrate our brains, and that's how it cut me, or if I did this to myself somehow, but...
Or is it all an elaborate TikTok hoax?
God damn it.
What do the squires normally do for you?
I don't know. They help, I think. There was one in the... It was like wearing a similar lab coat to mine, so I would imagine it was performing duties in the lab. Sorry for the scare.
Glad to see you're okay, at least physically.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's scary when it happens, but on another level, if I learn more from it occurring, I kind of want it to happen more. All I heard was, don't forget the protocol, and I have committed the sin of forgetting the protocol.
So, Callum, as you sit down, realizing you've taken something from this vision, you've brought something with you. A tube.
Magic tube, though.
Magic tube. The magic tube. Buck, as you're walking around, as we armor up, as Callum tries desperately to remember the protocol and unpack it, Buck, as you're walking around, there's a couple pigsties barreling past you in the street. There's a puppet on a pony.
On a pony. Whoa.
Riding on an elecolt. Wow. Screaming, "On guard!" And it rides past you. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this episode of Riftkin, please consider leaving a like on the video to show your support. If you'd like to see more of the Signature Six and follow along as we continue their adventure, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to our Patreon. From there, you can join the discussions in our Discord server, check out the post-show, still rolling, catch the pre-shows, now airing on Wednesdays, and see extended versions of each episode a week early. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about this session of Riftkin, your thoughts about the fight with Laotse and their warning, and Callum's surreal visions. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next week as a gang of outlaws descend upon the small town of Riker's Post, and a group of unlikely heroes band together to defend their home.